Hi guys, you know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna do this cute print right here. You could do it on a blackboard. I just did it on some black paper. Let's get started. So I'm going to use this big sheet of black paper, but like I said, you could use a blackboard or you could do it on white and use black ink. I'm using my new Sprigs stamp. So what you're wanting is something that's very light and wispy that you can use. And I happen to have a mason jar stencil, and I'll have a link to where I got that from. Or you could draw your own out or make your own or freehand it out if you would like. Today I'm going to use liquid erasable white chalk ink. And this is the IOD brand, but other companies sell it. But you could also use white paint if you would like. I noticed the white mixing ink just doesn't seem to give the vibrancy. It's better for mixing. So I really like using this. Center my stencil at the bottom of the sheet of paper. I know this is going to be really tall. I'm not going to use the part that says ball, but I am going to go around the outside and I'm just pouncing up and down. So I'm just going to let that dry for a second. So after this is dry, what I want to do, I'm going to layer my large wispy flowers. And I'm going to go to right there. This is where the opening of the jar is, and I'm going to color that white. I'm going to use my brayer and my white erasable ink, stamp all these, and start laying them in. So one thing nice about these is I don't have to mask them. They are so wispy, I don't mind if they overlap slightly. So when I'm doing these, the one thing you're going to notice, because these are so long and wispy and thin, you want to make sure you don't slide them. You have to really pay attention to holding the two ends and lining them up where you want them and carefully just dropping it, and then don't let it move. You want to make sure you do not shift it. When I trace my stencil, I'm tracing this part right here because I'm going to use that as a mask to stamp something in the center of my jar. And then I'm also going to fill in this little hole. So I drew that little opening there. So that's going to go over that, and I am just going to put white ink in there. I'm cutting this mask of the jar because I'm going to stamp in the center of the jar. And I don't want it to go over the jar edges. So I'm going to use my Indie Folk Art stamp to decorate this jar. I think I am going to use the angel from the same stamp set for the center. You know, you could just add a word. You could just leave it plain. You actually could have stenciled the word ball on it. Okay. So wasn't that easy? I hope you guys tried this out. Liquid erasable chalk ink. I love using it on so many things because when it's dry, you can't rub it off. But if you get it wet, it does come off and you can use it on anything. Try it out, guys, but have fun.